This video is brought to you by...
Man, y'all already know what it is. Cool green clothing. We done gone worldwide. We coming straight out of Baltimore. Man, do yourself a favor right quick. Go online right now at coolgreenclothing.com and make your purchase. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. And that's just basic.
What's going on, YouTube, fam? It's your boy Tony 2Times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. It's free. It helps get the video out there. Definitely watch this video to the end so you can hear the full story and all the details in the case. Everything in this video is alleged. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. In some inner cities in America, it can be hard to do right. Stay on track, be positive, especially if you didn't have the best upbringing. Maybe a single parent household, father might have not been there or locked up, or mother dealt with substance abuse, or both parents could be at home, but when you walk outside your front door, all you see is violence, drug addiction, poverty, and crime. When you are born with the odds already stacked against you, it's a little harder to make it out, and that's why even people who love their city or where they come from make the hard decision to leave, start fresh, and look for better opportunities. Because Boosie said it best. Sadly enough, when you try to elevate, the hate comes from your own town and people you might have grew up with but outgrew, or remember you from back when you was a hopper and really having nothing going on. And when you get some motion, it irritates them. Then you have the flip side of that. A person that grew up in the streets, indulged in all the activities, realized that wasn't a move, and now is trying to change for the better and turn their life around. In certain environments though, you have to be careful and extra on point. If you ever rub somebody the wrong way in the streets, had real ops or beef out here, just because you are trying to walk a straight line doesn't mean everybody is. People don't forget, and it seems like for whatever reasons, as soon as you try to elevate and leave the past behind you, that's when it comes back 10 times harder. And for some people, unfortunately, before they are able to make a full transformation, their growth is cut short. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll be discussing the case of a man who didn't know someone was lurking before the ambush. Back in 2024, 36-year-old Deon Beasley was trying to make the best out of life in Baltimore. Described as outgoing, a likable person who most gravitated to and had love for. And Deon loved his city and the people in it. He always wanted to give back. The father of 6 who wore many hats, he was a rapper who went by the name Rio Money. He tried his hand in podcasts, a barber, whatever it would take to get some money and take care of his kids. He was on it. He got a lot of support being a go-getter, and he felt he should extend that support to the community. Starting years ago with being a sponsor for the only female rider at the time in the 12 O'Clock Boys, a Baltimore-based dirt bike and four-wheeler crew. The young lady named LaKira, who went by the Willie Queen, was a shining light, even in the documentary about the 12 O'Clock Boys, before she went down on a hit charge involving her girlfriend. But Rio never stopped trying to help. He started volunteering with anything involving the youth, street cleaning, any programs geared toward uplifting the neighborhood, and he personally helped the elderly people in the area of the city he worked at and cut hair in, which was Pigtown, a neighborhood in southwest Baltimore known for its rich history and sense of community. Everyone in the area loved Rio and knew you could catch him in a barbershop. When not making music, cutting hair, or being with his kids, you could often catch him just chopping it up on social media, letting his followers know it's okay to want better, change, try to elevate, and cut people off if they are trying to bring you down. It seemed Rio had made a positive impact on everybody he came in contact with. or so he thought. On January 12th, 2024, Rio headed to the barbershop, located in the 800 block of Washington Boulevard in Pigtown. It was a typical winter day. People outside handling business, and the shop had people coming in and out. Somewhere in the mix, two men would hop out of a vehicle that circled the block multiple times. They had ski masks on their face. Cold outside, nobody paid it no mind. They entered the barbershop and approached Rio when one upped the gun, put it to his head, pulled the trigger, but it jammed. Rio saw the opportunity to get out the jam and took off on feet, but the two shooters, both armed, gave chase, running behind Rio on a crowded block. Letting off shots, with so many witnesses, BPD was called and was already in the area. As a few officers responded to the shop, they located Rio not too far away, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds, and unfortunately, he wouldn't survive his injuries. But they had to move fast, as a vehicle people pointed to as the getaway car was seen fleeing the location. A chase started, with police on their heels, even a chopper. It went for over 30 minutes. Eventually, after the vehicle hit a few cars, the car crashed. Inside was two men, a handgun and a cell phone. The two men were later identified as 37-year-old Terrell Barfield and 32-year-old Jarvis Joyner. Both men were taken into custody, pending investigation. Back on the scene were shell casings and another handgun. As police focused in on security cameras and video footage, they quickly realized in the getaway vehicle, it was originally 4 men. It was seen laying on the barbershop and circling the block multiple times before the two gunmen hopped out. Once the shooting hit outside and police hit the scene, the vehicle fled and the shooters ran. Police were now convinced they didn't have the shooters, but the getaway driver and the lookout. Inside of Terrell's phone was 2 screenshots of Rio's social media and pictures of the man. He texted the information to a person named Jay Black. Police later alleged that was Jarvis' nickname. As police started searching for the 2 shooters, the community was in shock. One man who worked with Rio and was at the shop that day stated he was a good dude, trying to do right, and it seemed like he was targeted. Another friend of the young man stated he meant a lot to the community in Pigtown and was known for helping everybody. She didn't understand why somebody would want him out the way. As a few months went by, police got more cell phone evidence and tips pointing to the alleged triggerman as 40-year-old James Hammond and 26-year-old Lakeem Whitaker. With all 4 suspects in custody, they were charged with first and second degree hit, weapon violations, and conspiracy to commit a hit. As the cases started making their way to trial, the situation was pointed to as a targeted hit. Prosecutors claimed, for whatever reasons, the men wanted Rio gone. The crime was pointed to as cold and calculated. Terrell and Jarvis were tried together, with both of their attorneys pointing to the fact police and prosecutors knew neither one was the trigger man and were only in the vehicle, stating neither man had a clue the other 2 were going inside the barbershop to take a life. They pointed to the lack of DNA evidence, unclear seating locations, meaning who was sitting where during the crime, and gaps in video footage during the police chase. But prosecutors pointed to the fact they might not have been the shooters, but claimed the text messages and screenshots with Rio's picture and social media, them circling around the barbershop and fleeing when police came. They felt that was enough to implicate both men and felt they were both in on the hit. And the jury agreed. Both Terrell and Jarvis were found guilty on charges of first degree hit and conspiracy to use a firearm and commission of a felony or violent crime. Both are awaiting sentencing, which is set for November 2nd of this year. Lakeem is scheduled to go to trial September 9th, and as of now, James is still awaiting trial. Both men are innocent until proven otherwise. Rest in peace to Rio. I send my prayers and condolences to his family, friends, and especially his kids who lost their father. I'm not sure what he had going on in his past or what he was into in the present. I know he always spoke growth and elevation, but whoever he made mad or rubbed the wrong way wanted him gone. It's clear it was a hit, broad daylight on a busy block. Sometimes we might grow mentally, spiritually, but the person we once were might left some people still with hate and their hearts for us. And unfortunately, some people never forgive or forget. But I won't speculate on this one. Instead, I want to know what y'all think about the situation. Leave it in the comments, fam. Yeah, man, this is a super crazy story. Rest in peace to Rio. I definitely send my prayers and condolences to his family. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. It's another episode of the Baltimore Way. It's your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.